The squad decides to burn all of its equipment to ward off the beasts. At least they didn't burn, like, their bandages. Or, oh, no, wait. Oh, God. Everyone was injured. Literally everyone was injured. Holy crap. Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm playing Ashwalkers, a survival journey. A non-linear, story-based, choice mechanics-centered game where you play as a group of survivors after a volcanic apocalypse. And that's about all I know. It claims to have 34 different endings, which is insane. That seems like so overly large, and I'm so curious like how minutely they distinguish those endings. Like, is it all the same stuff played out except one character was sad, and then the next time he's a little happier? That's a new ending. I don't know. It might be like really extreme, so I'm curious to see. At least some of the developers involved were a part of Life is Strange, and that's a series I've never played, but I know that series and game means a lot to a lot of people, so, you know, putting it out there because it might catch your interest. Day 13, almost 2 weeks ago, the third squad left the Citadel in search of the legendary Dome of Domes. You know, there's a lot of domes out there, but none quite like the Dome of Domes. Nothing else quite compares. Once you've seen that dome, all other domes are inadequate in comparison. The squad members, Petra the captain, Shin the warrior, Callie the diplomat, and Nadir the scout, have been picking their way cautiously through the deadly, unbreathable, and ash-filled outside air. Maybe go indoors then, you know? If the outside air is so terrible. The squad is the last hope of survival for the 200,000 souls of the Citadel. Having crossed the desert canyon of the north, they have finally arrived in view of the Ash Plains Beacon, a crucial milestone in their search for the legendary refuge. See, how... 2 weeks ago since they left the base, I guess, but how long ago was the apocalypse that someone has made a dome, and that there's like legends that have formed in things, you know? It's not like within 2 weeks of the world ending, people are like, I hear there's salvation on the other side of that desert. The legend has told ever since, you know, less than a fortnight ago, but we've had it in mind all this time. You can move around with some quick left clicks. The whole group moves together. I do appear to have like a leader, though. You know, there's a hint of, it borders on cell shading. I don't know if that's quite the accurate term, but like that comic book feel that is, I'm trying to decide, is it closer to Borderlands or closer to Telltale, the way this game is utilizing it? Maybe closer to Borderlands because it doesn't look quite as rough around the edges as some Telltale stuff does, but it looks good. You need to help your squad survive bad weather, hostile forces, and the passage of time. Find a resource to gather before carrying on. Oh, yeah. We're going to want to make sure we have a bundle of thorny bushes. Going to definitely want to gather all that. You can gather resources in exchange for energy. Petra is exhausted. Change squad gatherer by right-clicking. And I can... Let me see your health, please. This is the angle on that was terrible, but I think I mostly was able to understand. KE-14 Outpost, one of the furthest refuges from the Citadel, used by Pathfinders to glean the meteorological and cartographical data. One of the beacons containing the data on the Dome of Domes should be located here. So we're on the right path. I think that's just kind of like an information check. I don't think there's anything to interact with or gather. Savage painting. This painting was produced no more than a few weeks ago. The symbols of brutality and barbarity are depicted with respect. Could be a warning of dangers to come, or a macabre fascination with the wolf. is the probably not like an animal, the wolf. I'm going to go ahead and guess a wolf in this case refers to like a band, a group, bandits. The beacon. Several days after leaving the Citadel, the squad explores an abandoned outpost. The Pathfinder's information was correct. One of the beacons that will guide them to the Dome of Domes is indeed right here. Is it literally this thing I'm looking at? As Callie starts hacking the beacon's data, Sin keeps a vigilant watch of the outpost's exits, scanning for any potential threats. Meanwhile, Nadir begins preparing the trail the squad will take through the ashes, as Petra uses the radio set to contact the operator. I guess you have to get a little bit familiar with each person's role within the group, and maybe being able to properly utilize that would be most important. It looks like it's going to help me. It looks like it's going to help me a little bit through that. Throughout the adventure, you will need to make decisions to progress. The speaker of the rudimentary radio crackles and hisses before the reassuring voice of the operator is heard. Congratulations on behalf of the Authority. You've reached the first beacon. I mean, if you call yourself the Authority, it's bad, right? It's never good. It's never a good name. Now you must decide on your strategy to reach the second beacon. Keep moving, plan ahead, act fast. Every obstacle in our path will be destroyed. Seems like a waste of time. We seek to understand the world and prepare ourselves to meet it. We shall be invincible and therefore invisible. Invisible and therefore invincible. I was like, invincible and invincible. I'd like to see them stop me with that sort of confidence. Well, we'll understand the world. We'll be friendly. We'll be like one with, nature, I guess. The squad members favor diplomacy and confidence. With optimism and belief in his voice, the operator agrees with the plan. At the next wave, the Citadel will collapse. Our hopes lie with you, scouts. Be cunning, be triumphant. The radio signal goes dead, and the squad resumes their determined march. Here's now I have to start worrying about individual stats. You should set up camp before continuing your expedition. Make sure everyone is well looked after. Make sure all considerations are met. The stronger your campfire is, the more efficient your camp activities and resource consumption will be. Add 2 combustibles to the fire to continue. I'll add fire to the fire. I'm guessing those are just the sticks that I would have collected, You need to keep your squad members' levels of satiety, warmth, and energy as high as possible. So eating, comfort, I guess. It probably goes beyond comfort. It's a survival temperature, and resting. Using the meager resources available. If a character runs out of one of these values, they will begin to lose health points. Give Callie a ration to continue. If the health of one of your characters reaches 0, they will die. If 3 squad members die, the game is over. Give Sin some medication to continue. Okay, his health, he's barely hurt. He's barely hurt. Trying to keep track. Other camp tasks are available in the scheduling section. Consult your schedule to continue. I guess this is how rather than just making sure everyone is safe, I can kind of work to maybe advance certain tasks. The closest I've played to this was Dead in Vinland. And I played quite a bit of it. It was really fun. I really did enjoy it. And so if a game has more mobility and story on top of those mechanics, yeah, I kind of dig it. Assign Petra to camp task. You need energy to gather resources and walk on. Grant Petra a rest to continue. A squad member's level of hope improves or reduces the efficiency of their tasks, their consumption, and some event choices. Select Callie and Deer to have a conversation in order to continue. I'm just double checking where it shows hope. I guess hope might not be specifically measured. And squad members can also stand guard to protect the rest of the squad from danger or explore to try and find resources. Assign Sin to one of these 2 tasks to continue. I can do either. I'm going to say go exploring. And it takes, some of their satiety, takes food, gaining energy, gaining warmth, and you know, if you explore, you lose a bit of everything. Each squad member has skills which increase or decrease how effective camp tasks are. You need to find out what these skills are on your own. I feel like you would really even start to get a sense of it with just like their different approaches to that beacon. Like specifically, I think it would have been Sin here was like, the invisible makes us invincible. Well, yeah, you're going to be a good explorer. I want you, but maybe you're not a good conversationalist. You know, maybe you're a little shy, kept to yourself. That's how you stay invisible. So, why haven't you retired, Nadir? I should have retired, little sage. Unfortunately, I'm not here for entertainment. But you're a hero back at the dome, right? Let's just say that the authorities' upper echelons don't exactly make me feel welcome. Simple conversations. I guess the point is that you might have hundreds of those. Senders returned from exploration and brought back two camping materials, two fire materials. You can see a little bit of everything that's getting boosted there. Checking on my backpacks, just getting a stock of everything I have. You can expand, overload space available. They can transport more, but will tire more quickly. The figure. The squad members believe that the disturbing figure they can see in the distance is a savage. The figure stands motionless for a while before running away. I guess I didn't literally see that. And I don't know how randomized these events are. I think the point is that, yes, it's random. Time spent carrying out camp tasks diminishes the charges your campfire retains, increases the danger of negative future events, and uses up time. So now I'm a small fire. You know the basics of squad survival. You'll have to find out the rest for yourself. Good luck. May your squad save the Citadel from destruction. Just like that, hey? Well, you guys know, you built a fire and you like took a quick nap, exchanged like 2 sentences. The hope of all of humanity is in your hands. I hope you were paying attention. Oh, hope is lost. It's just a painful reminder that hope is just dwindling right in front of our eyes. We should try to find some first aid supplies, just in case, right? To what extent can I just go free roaming? Like I kind of assume like it's a waste of energy. Like okay. I can't just like wander off into the cliffs. That is unnatural. Like makes me think it's like a flag, or like a standard that someone has planted. Energy and things are just plummeting, like so dramatically. I kind of thought I would have more time. Oh, Petra. How is that even possible? Oh my god. Oh, here's the wolf they were talking about. I guess it was a literal wolf. Not what I ever would have expected. Through the mist, the squad members spy the silhouette of a wolf. The scrawny beast bares its fangs, growls, and moves to attack. Shout to frighten, run away, attack head on. No, I can't light a fire. I have so little. Even though that's totally like the thing I have, like the thing I would trust most to work. The squad start yelling and stamping, making plenty of noise. The wolf emits a terrifying howl. Ooh, terrifying. Suddenly it leaps at Callie, slashes her with its claws, and disappears back into the fog. Well, I'm glad, because it seems like the wolf was winning that. Stunned for a moment, the squad leaves the area as soon as possible. Callie is injured, and everyone else is discouraged. Oh, so the moon is like their waning and waxing hope. That's like a really effective representation of that. I dig that in ways that like don't make sense. I don't know why I like that so much. That's okay. That little arrow is who I'm actively controlling right now. Yeah, you have like a good supply of energy. I would trust you to be able to do that. Everything looked so spiny. I thought you would get hurt like harvesting things. It seems fine. Seems like it's totally. I thought it would be bad. It's all right. We'll be all right. A little bit of meat off the bones. I'm curious why it's laid out like that. It doesn't seem to mean anything in particular. Load ourselves down. Switch to someone who has a bit more energy. Callie. Oh god. I do like the use of color there. That's really dope as well. A pre-existing campfire. The squad members notice a campfire in the distance. There, a hooded figure can be seen warming his hands. Approach with menace in peace. A surprise attack. Yeah, you know what? Let's see how violence is handled in this game. The squad decides to take the stranger by surprise. When everyone is in position, Sin pounces on the stranger and slits the stranger's throat wide open with one swift slash. Blood cascades onto the ashes. Maybe there's never battles in this game. It might always be like descriptive. Dead in Vinland had battles, and there was a lot to manage there. Man, that game was dope. I should put that in the end cards of this video if people are into like survival stuff like this, because that was a really fun series. I enjoyed that game. Maybe I enjoyed this genre more than I would have thought. It's part of the thing I love about doing this channel is that, like, I didn't think I really cared about survival games. Didn't really seem like my thing. I knew I like story-based games, but like, yeah, I'm discovering this whole new side of things. The stranger was unarmed. The squad found food, like a pretty healthy amount of food. And honestly, I didn't really care if he was armed. I know that's terrible. But the food is what I wanted. I really wanted food. Oh, we should try to find some first aid supplies. Yeah, I know you're concerned about that. I thought we would just pop up if there's like an active camp here. Why wouldn't we just borrow it? Dang. I thought that would be an available option for sure. I don't know if I really should be pushing things too much, you know? Like, I'm looking at how tired everyone is. A fork. The Ash Valley. 2 paths open up before the squad. To the west lies a territory inhabited by wild animals, if the tracks in the ash are to be believed. In the east sprawls a cold, rugged, winding valley. 2 different characters specifically like favor one or the other. I would rather go the cold, rugged, winding valley, I guess. The squad decides to enter the winding valley. Nadir assures the rest of the squad that this path is safer because it will be easier to hide from any threats. Yeah, but is it like a total psychology thing? Like, it seems safer, but definitely won't be. Traces of pursuit. Animal tracks can be seen in the ashes. A large pack of wolves pursuing their prey eastwards. I got new knowledge added to the Encyclopedia. We'll see how valuable that is and how much I end up consulting that. I still got a decent amount of energy. But everyone is becoming increasingly in need of camping. Okay. Finally, we're getting some medical supplies here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to, like, if certain areas are more favorable for a camp. The hunt. The squad crosses a plain broken up with the protruding razor-sharp rocks. Suddenly anxious, Sin motions to the rest of the squad to stop for a moment. Nadir peers around and assures Sin that there is no danger on the horizon. Trust and stop. Definitely, he was the one who seemed to know what he was talking about. The squad decides to halt and take shelter for a while. Those are wolf shadows, right? After taking refuge between 2 massive shards of rock, I knew I should have stopped and set up camp. Like, I went like that extra foot more because I was going to go gather that plant or whatever. Should have stopped and rested. The squad members suddenly see a large and menacing pack of wolves prowling around them in a circle. They are trapped and need to find an escape. I mean, we're not gonna scare off a whole pack of them by shouting. That's stupid. You're stupid for even suggesting it. Jeez. Oh, we only have 6. What do we need? We need to start a fire. That's our only option. Please count. Please count as a camp. And don't just use all my fire supplies and now I'm left with nothing. The squad decides to burn all of its equipment to ward off the beasts. At least they didn't burn, like, their bandages. Or, oh, no, wait. Oh, God. Everyone was injured. Literally everyone was injured. Holy crap. The fire builds and builds into a wall of flames. The wolves howl in panic. The squad takes advantage of the sphere to flee successfully. However, during the escape, they sustain some injuries. They kind of wandered themselves a little bit out of the way of where I wanted them to be. From Pathfinder to the final hope of my people. Who else can boast such a glorious end to their career? I'm really curious about their mask. They're a human, right? But they got like little Zoidberg doodlies hanging off of their face. I don't know what's up with that. The Grim Oryx skeleton, added to the Encyclopedia Flora and Fauna. The prey did not escape its predators. The skeletal carcass of the poor herbivore have been picked clean and discarded on the sharp rocks of the plain. Okay, who is not exhausted right now? Nadir, you're doing quite well. I wanna pouch some supplies there. I knew there was something else nearby. I didn't necessarily know what it would be. Yep. Okay, someone else, there you go. And now 1000% we're setting up camp. Just give me a quick second. Oh god. Okay, Nadir has no chill left. Just too tired. I wanted to quickly check and see if there was like another visible plant that I should go harvest or whatever. Fire extinguished, that's not good. Let's load up the fire a little bit so everyone can feel good. You know what? I'm pushing it. Everyone's having a terrible time. Food is not an issue. I'm doing okay on food. Everyone can have a nice healthy meal. I don't have to worry about anyone doing too terribly there. Callie is for sure the most injured. She's been injured twice. The Encyclopedia. Let's check that since we've added a couple small things. Places. I got nothing. A black wolf. An intelligent predator and an adept strategist, a black wolf pack will surround their prey and trap them before moving in to attack them quickly and violently. You gotta make sure they do both, right? A grim oryx. Like, an oryx is a real creature, right? But this one's just haggard skin and bones. I think an oryx is real. Resembles a cross between a black and white antelope and a skeleton. Its name derives from its gaunt, cadaverous appearance. Yeah, okay, but like if I put on 100 pounds, you don't start calling me, Tubby Sapien. Like it still is an oryx. So I don't know about that. There's the savage peoples. Nadir. Okay, I could learn about one of the people in my group. A Pathfinder hero. Legend has it that they survived alone outside for over 4 months, an unrivaled accomplishment. While none among the lower class doubt this story, the reality is much darker and more unsettling. Nobody can survive alone outside for so long. His reasons for leaving the Pathfinders are much more mystery, are like the mystery behind his legend, top secret classified information. And a little bit about outposts. All that's neat. I'm not going to read every little thing, but I like that it's a function of the game. Now, should I stop more often? Because I don't think I want every character to sleep. That's not gonna be good. Nadir definitely needs it. They're like dying. I don't really want to make anyone else do anything though. Everyone's gonna sleep, and we're gonna. Oh, your chances of like doom or whatever sure go up a lot. It's 3 + 3 per person, then you're protected, and it goes down by 3. I'm gonna try it out. No one's talking. You guys can talk while you're walking. I'd rather you talk on the job. The silence. It's impossible to make oneself heard above the cacophony of the weather. The squad members decide to save their energy and remain silent. Exhausting. I mean, I joke, but literally talking can be quite tiring. That's literally the entirety of what I'm doing right now. It can be very exhausting. I guess what I can do now, though, is since the campfire is still burning, I invested in it heavily, so I can totally set aside some people to talk. Nadir, you know what? I doubt you're much of a talker. But let's get a little out of you. Petra, you can talk as well. And Sin, do a bit of exploring. There's a gamble, a 6% chance of getting hurt, 65% chance of finding 1 to 3 of any of the items that I would want. Time. I'm also pushing more time. So now I've jumped 12 hours ahead. Dead at night. Is that where I'm at now? Pathfinder. Are you listening to me? You okay? Sorry. I got lost in my thoughts. That was the conversation? You guys saved up all your energy, huh, for that? That was all you had to say? Sin is returned, brought back campfire wood, but they got hurt along the way. Great. The symbol. The squad members noticed drawings on a rock near the camp. The fresco is primitive, but all signs point to the painting being recent. Well, I guess I'm going to break camp. I don't like danger. Average danger. That might have to do with where I set up camp. I am quite curious about that. That's rough. That's 64% danger. It's average. Average danger. Nothing new there, you know. I'm going to put Sin in the front. They're energetic right now. A little hungry. Could have fed them again. Probably should have fed them again, actually. Now we're setting up camp again for that once more. Hey, it's like one of the first examples of anything man-made that I'm seeing. I'm going to have a real difficult time ignoring any harvestable anything that I see. Like if I see a potential resource, I'm going to go gather it. Because if resources are limited, but you know, now I'm slowing myself down. So that's a trade-off there. Oh boy, there's a lot to break up, and I wrangle everything out of that tent. I want it all. Little book, and I thought it was like a teddy bear. No, it's like a skeleton. It's half a skeleton. Charred journal. The writings of a man on the run from a pack of wolves. He did not live to write a different end to the tale, but his journey miraculously survived the acidity of the air. I guess that makes sense why everyone... It's a charred journal, but it's also acidic. Like, is it the acid in the air that's charring it? That's pretty messed up, pretty as inhospitable as it could be out here. Rock formations. They've been carved by the winds of the Ash Plains, a region bordering the Citadel. These rocks have been hewn into distinctive forms that the Pathfinders can use to get their bearings. Well, I mean, regular wind does that too. You know, that's erosion. That I guess they're claiming this is different in some way. I guess it shaded it. Put in nice little artistic details. That's courtesy of the wind and all that. This is where, you know, things are going to start getting rough. Because everyone is tired all the damn time. I don't want to be breaking for camp every 2 minutes. But everyone is very tired. I'm just marching onwards. Because I'm sure they'll get over it. It's a tough group. They've survived thus long. Surely they can deal with a bit of walking. Alright, that'll look like... Ooh, maybe if I explored the corner, it'd be something cool and hidden. There wasn't. What about this big tree with a bunch of crazy ass shit hanging off of it? Bunch of, like, I don't know, spooky warning signs and stuff. Obviously there's going to be bad things in here, right? They got, like, dream catchers and things. That makes me feel, I think of, like, True Detective. Okay, now it's like a horrible cult. The mansion. As the squad enters a surprisingly well-conserved ruin, Sin steps on a cable. It's a rudimentary trap, which, with a muffled click, locks the front door. Locks it from the outside, though? You know, most doors lock from the inside. You can just unlock that, and now you're good. Good trap, idiots. The scouts are locked inside the mansion. The sound of hurried footsteps can be heard in the adjacent room. Oh, now we're pulling on some, like, horror stuff, hey? You can't set up camp right now. Can I like feed people? Can you guys have like a quick bite to eat on the go? No. That's why you set up camp before you go into the horrifying mansion. Jesus, that made my heart skip a little bit. The Hound in the corner of the... Oh god, you can see like figures up in the railing. A couple of them, they're like smoky and stuff, which is kind of neat. In the corner of the dusty room are at least 24 figures dressed in wolf pelts, observing the squad with spears and bows at the ready. Oh, guys, I don't think this is gonna go well. It's difficult to determine the exact level of their hostility. Higher than I would like. I'll tell you that much. Direct confrontation is risky. The wolf-headed savages await the squad's reaction. Do not draw weapons. We're injured, we're tired, there's a lot of them. The squad decides to play for time. The savages calm down a little. One taller warrior orders the others to lower their weapons. Then he speaks. You stand on the territory of the Hound. If you can prove the valor of your clan in one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat, you will be welcome. Accept the challenge. Are you kidding me? If that's the ultimatum we're being given? The squad accepts. The tall warrior nods, satisfied. I will be your adversary. Who will be mine? This is not a duel to the death. Oh, that's good. The chosen squad member must display strategy or brute force. Brute force, brute force. Sin is defeatist. This choice could have consequences. Oh, like if they aren't chosen, perhaps? Let's go brutal warrior. Like, is it... Will it have consequences for choosing them or not choosing them? Sin is determined and angry. Almost too angry. He steps... Oh, he's going to kill this person. It's not a duel to the death, and he's going to kill them. He steps towards the savage, trembling with anticipation. Strike first. All right, don't dodge. Go right for the... Catch him off guard. The squad member strikes first. The savage warrior is set off guard by the well-aimed blow and steps back. Yeah. Keep on wailing on them. They're off guard. They're thrown off. Bam, bam, bam. Keep going. The blows rain on and on. The savage has difficulty countering the repeated attacks and cannot get up. The combat ends with... I have no choice. It's going to be more than I want, I think. Achievement unlocked. The Alpha. The squad member delivering a blow that is too brutal. The savage warrior's neck breaks. The crack rings around the room. The assembly freezes and shudders. This duel was not intended to be to the death. We're gonna pay for that. The savage glare at the savages. I thought he was saying they glared savagely at the squad, angry with this turn of events. They put away their weapons and asked them to leave. The squad are no longer welcome in this refuge. All hope is lost. Very hopeless. All around the group there. That was quite the blow to morale. Achievement unlocked. The Ash Plains. Oh, we're getting a little bit... We're moving on. We've entered a new area. Day 15. The third squad flees the mansion of the Hound swiftly, leaving the hostile savages behind. The encounter has left the scouts with a bitter and glacial taste in their mouths, yet they keep forging on. Their journey has only just begun. Achievement, Temperance, and the Lovers. I'm getting all sorts of things. Oh, look at all the tracking of everything I did. I'm getting ranked, I guess. So strategy and combat, good diplomacy, 0 stealth. Emissaries. Your squad seeks to communicate with strangers to avoid conflict and limit damage. Their preferred methods are negotiation, discussion, and bargaining. Optimists. Your squad agrees to trust others, privileging discussion, kindness, and conciliation over direct conflict. High trust. Medium distrust. Those two things are at odds a little bit. Not very cautious. Not very daring. The encounter has left the scouts with bitter... Yeah, the journey's just begun. Alright, well, if this game has kind of like natural breaking points, I was totally just going to do like a one-off, but I feel like the intrigue is building. There's like a story here to be told, and I want to see more of it, so like hopefully you guys do too. So I'm gonna set it aside here. This is like an excellent little stopping point. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you with more Ashwalkers soon.